Hey everyone, welcome back to Yoga for Healthy Hips. This is your bonus video that goes with the week 1 video for subtle hips or subtle movements of internal and external hip rotation. So what we did in the first video was bent legs, right? Taking your legs in and out. What you're going to do this time is legs straight. Okay, and just like in that first video, you're going to start on your back. So come to lie on your back, please. Wah. Again, if you want something comfortable underneath you, make sure that you have it. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Legs are, like a little wider apart than your hips, and just roll your thighs and your legs into the right. So you're going to feel this a lot more on your left leg right now. Probably not as much in the right leg, but again, it kind of depends on what you've got going on in your body. Okay, bring your legs back up to center and roll your legs in to the left. So you're going to turn your whole right thigh in and turn your left foot and your left leg out. You're going to do it again. Feet go up, roll your legs over to the right, and then point your feet back up and roll your legs over to the left. Okay, one more time, going to the right, feet up, turn them over to the right. And again, this action happens from your thighs. Try not to make it from your feet because then you're going to be twisting a lot from your knees instead of moving higher up. So you're trying to make it happen from your thigh. And then feet go back up, so your feet point towards the ceiling, and then roll your thighs in. Yeah. Okay, and then roll over to your side and take your legs out to the sides. Okay, does not have to be super wide. Okay, so you can think of it as like a 90-degree angle. I know that because of the wide shot of this particular camera, it kind of looks like my legs are a lot wider than they are, but really it's like a 90-degree angle for my legs right now. So you're gonna do the same thing. Now you can do this at first with your hands on the ground, hands behind you, hands straddling your right leg. So you're gonna go to the right first, or you can do this with your hands away from the floor. We're gonna do both so you can feel it both ways. Okay, I'm gonna do the hands straddling one leg, but you're gonna roll over to the right. So you're just stretching out to the right side. Again, you're probably going to feel this more in your left leg than you are in your right leg. But you will likely feel it in both legs. Okay, bring legs back to center. Okay, if you're using your arms for this first one, you can place them behind you or place them on either side of your left leg, but roll over to the left. Okay, bring your legs back up. And then you can try this without using your hands. Roll over to the right. Okay, turn your feet back up, roll over to the left. And will your legs bend a little bit? Absolutely. There's a little bit of a bend through my right knee and a little bit of a bend through my left. That's fine. You can try to extend your legs straight, but it doesn't really change it that much. Legs back up. Roll over again to the right. Oh, yeah. And then turn your legs back up and roll over to the left. And now legs back to center. Ooh, shake them out. Okay, and then you can come up to stand because you can see this illustrated really well in some straight leg standing poses. So I want to just do one with you so you can feel it. So coming up to stand, take your legs nice and wide apart. And you're going to do this a little bit later in the series with your knees bent, going into and out of some standing poses this way. But for this first one, I actually want you to do it straight so you can feel what you just did on the ground. Okay, so to start, your feet point forward. Okay, straight forward towards that long edge of your mat. Now, turn your left foot in, turn your right foot out, and turn your body to face your right leg. Okay, then turn your right foot in, turn your left foot all the way out, and turn towards your left leg. Okay, repeat it. Turn in and over to the right. Okay, turn in, over to the left. So what I'm doing is I'm using the balls of my feet and my heels as the pivots. Just going back through. Just a few more times. You can do this as quickly or as slowly as you want. It's great work for your ankles also. But what's really happening is your femur bones are moving in your hip socket. Okay? So I'm going to go one more time to the right. One more time to the left. And then back to center. Now, of course, you can also do this on the ground. You could walk over and turn. That's just a little bit deeper of a forward bend. So I'm showing it so that you can do it if you want to try it. Okay, so the only reason I didn't do it this way is because we haven't really warmed up our hamstrings as much. So it might feel really tight, like your knees want to bend. You can use blocks for sure. You just have to carry them with you. So it gives you like a little bit, like a little bit more to do. But you certainly can do this in a forward bend, walking back and forth, using your hands as little as possible, so that all you're really doing is using, again, your feet as pivots. It's the balls of your feet. So as I turn from left to right, I'm turning on my left heel, lifting the ball of my right foot up, and then using, as I push to the right, the ball of my left foot. Okay, so I'm just going to go back and forth one more time so you can see. And back to center. Okay, so really similar to what you were doing in that very first video, only with straight legs, and then translating it into this standing movement of your hips just to give a little bit more dynamic movement, moving from a standing pose in the center to a forward-facing standing pose. So hopefully that was a really fun bonus video, gave you a little bit more insight into that subtle movement of internal and external hip rotation, just with straight legs instead of bent. You can certainly pair these two videos together and do one right after the other and just really work that internal and external hip rotation and give a lot of good hip opening juice to your hips. That sounds crazy. Don't do that. But just give some good action to your hips that will really support more mobility in your hips. So all that said, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Weird words aside, please let me know what you think. And as always, I look forward to seeing you again on the mat for more Yoga for Healthy Hips really soon. All right, until then, bye.